Good evening. Again, good evening. Richmond Hill Middle School faculty, staff, students, parents, and community stakeholders, welcome to the 8th grade Honors Night and Moving On ceremony here at Richmond Hill Middle School. I am Mr. Jabal Moss, and it has been an honor to serve this school year as the 8th grade chairperson and mathematics department chair. I've had the privilege of working alongside an incredible team as we continue to transform Richmond Hill Middle School into one of the best middle schools in our region. It is my pleasure to introduce one of my esteemed colleagues, Mr. Kelvin Clark, who will serve as this evening's Master of Ceremonies. Originally from Warrenton, Georgia, Mr. Clark brings energy, enthusiasm, and a relatable presence to his role as an educator here at Richmond Hill Middle School. Mr. Clark earned his undergraduate degree in political science from Culver Stockton College and went on to earn his Master's of Public Administration degree from Albany State University. We are proud to welcome him back to the CSRA, where he is committed to making a meaningful difference through education. In just his first year, he has already been recognized as a Richmond County school system one to watch. His dedication to our school community is evident in his relationships with students, and he is passionate about making a lasting impact on the students at Richmond Hill Middle School. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Mr. Clark to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. There we go. Thank you. It's my pleasure to be with you guys here today. Haley Wood, may you please stand. May you please come up front to present the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening. I'm Haley. Gentlemen, I ask you please remove your hats, and I will ask that the audience please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May you please stand for a moment of silence. You may be seated. Next, we will have Kamani Green with a welcome address.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, staff, and rising ninth grade scholars. I would like to extend a warm welcoming on behalf of Richmond Hill Middle School class of 2025. Today we are here to conclude the final chapter of our middle school years and celebrate our achievements, milestones. Thank you to our parents, teachers, administrators, and friends who have stood beside us, sometimes with a nudge, sometimes with a pull, but always with encouragement to help us see and reach our highest potential. To my classmates, I challenge you to remember this day and all the hard work it took to reach this moment. As we enter high school, we may be anxious, excited, and even unsure about this new beginning. We'll always remember the ultimate goal to become high school graduates of the class of 2029. As I close, know that while we will no longer be scholars of Richmond Hill Middle School, we will always hold a special place in their hearts. Just remember, our amazing faculty, staff, and Ms. Ross are always cheering us on because they believe in us and know we're capable of greatness. That's why they'll keep expecting the very best from us. Thank you. Next we'll have Jay Bradley come for the evening.
District Attorney Jared T. Williams was born and raised in Augusta, Georgia. He is a graduate of Georgia College and State University and earned his law degree from Stetson University College of Law. While in law school, his first job was an unpaid internship at the DA's office. Less than a decade later, he was sworn as the first African-American district attorney for the Augusta Judicial Circuit. D.A. Williams gives God all the glory for his accomplishments and his focus on making our community safer by protecting families and encouraging our young people to stay in the classroom, out of the courtroom. Now, District Attorney Jared Williams will speak.
Good evening. It was so nice of y'all to get so dressed up just to see me. They told me I only had an hour, so I will get started. I'm so glad to see y'all here tonight and being honored, putting your heads and your hearts into your schoolwork. It does my heart good to see you all doing so well. I'm going to let you in on a little secret about your district attorney. I was not an honors student. I probably didn't get my act together until about halfway through college. My wife would say I never did get my act together. And the fact that you are here, already ahead of the ball, means you can go as far as you want. Education and diligence will take you there. As happy as I am for you, I come to you with a heavy heart. I just left the courtroom where just about an hour and a half ago, a young man was sentenced to life in prison. He let his anger and his emotions get the best of him. He picked up a gun, he did something stupid, and it cost multiple people their lives, including his own. Now, why am I telling you this as we're supposed to be celebrating? It's because that young man wasn't dumb. He wasn't broken and unfixable. He made bad choices. He had bad influences. And he put his friends in the streets over his loved ones and people who really cared about him. That's something that could happen to any of us. I say this to you because each of you has proved that you have infinite potential. You can do whatever you want. You can go wherever you want. You can be whoever you want. The only thing stopping you is your own imagination and your own decision making. So I'm going to give you some unsolicited advice. Don't trust people that don't mean the best for you. Maybe it's a boy who's paying you a lot of attention, asking you to do things you're not comfortable with. Leave him alone. Walk away for a while to see how much he cares. That group of friends who are cool and have finally let you sit with them, finally let you start hanging with them, watch what they're doing. If you wouldn't want to do those things in front of your grandma or your auntie and them, don't do it. Maybe that's because you know you shouldn't. Maybe that website you know you shouldn't go to, or that picture or that video you know you shouldn't post or text. Whatever it is in the moment, take an extra moment to think. Who you choose to hang around and what you choose to spend your time on will matter more than any of you can possibly imagine at this stage. And I wish we lived in a world where I could just tell you to be kids and that's enough. Unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. Everything's being documented. Everyone's telling stories. And so, it's my prayer that those decisions, when they come for you, are easy and clear choices. I've I've lived long enough to know that they won't always be easy, clear choices. And so I pray that when it gets hard, you remember who you are and whose you are, and that you choose to make the hard choice. Now look around this crowd, and I see people who love you. And I look at you, and I see the best and the brightest. You've got everything in front of you, your whole lives. I know that if you stay true to yourself, you keep seeking knowledge. You used the word scholar earlier. You keep studying, and you make good decisions. There is no limit to how far you can go. And, they say truth in the mouth of babes. I met two young gentlemen this afternoon who inspired me. They are wearing some gear that I think you need to see. So I'm going to ask for my buddies, Gerald and TJ, if y'all will stand up for me. Show these honor graduates your shirt. They're speaking truth to you right now. Their shirt says, "The world is yours." Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, TJ. The world is yours. Maybe if I had just been a little bit more like each of you, I'd be president by now. And while it may be too late for me, it's certainly not for you. And so keep up the great work. Leave the foolishness for the fools. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep living out your dreams. And I just want to put on record that today's graduation ain't it. Okay? I'm proud of you, but this ain't it. You owe us at least one more graduation. You heard me? You owe all of us at least one more. I need to hear something from the crowd. And hopefully one of you sitting out there is going to have my job one day, so I'm going to need at least 3 more graduations, okay? I love you. I'll be praying for you, and may God bless you.
Thank you once again, sir. Now we'll have Dr. Barlow to come to the stand to present the description of the awards.
Good evening, Richmond Hill administrators, faculty, staff, families, and friends. How are you doing? I can't hear you. How are you doing? Okay. Thank you. So tonight, our scholars will be recognized in the following categories. Distinguished scholars, 1 student per content area with the highest average across the entire grade. Principals Award, students earning all A's. Scholar Award, students earning AB Honor Roll. Perfect attendance, attended school every day with fewer than 10 tardies. Most improved, students who have shown consistent improvement in their core academic subjects. Highest content area award, 1 student per homeroom with the highest subject area average. Highest overall average, the student with the highest overall academic average per homeroom. Certificate of completion, awarded to students who have completed the 8th grade academic coursework required to be promoted or placed in the 9th grade. The Bulldog Award, awarded to the 8th grade student who meets the following criteria. Strong academic performance in all classes. Passed all 4 parts of the Georgia milestones, which is the GMAS. No out-of-school or in-school suspensions. Consistently demonstrates respectful, responsible, and safe behavior. Follows our school-wide PBIS matrix. maintains excellent attendance. Families, as they are being honored and awarded here tonight, we ask so kindly that you please hold your applause until all students have been recognized. Thank you.
My home, please stand. Once again, my name is Mr. Clark. I'm the Georgia Study Teachers for 8th grade TA, and I will be presenting my class their certificates of completion. I will now be presenting to you Zakaya Brown. I will now be presenting to Alan Gonzalez. I will now be presenting to Jemiah Jackson. I will now be presenting to Letiri Tarver. I will now be presenting to Jayla Scruggs. I will now be presenting to Rodriguez Gibson. Mr. Como, please rise. Xavier Brave. Nala Wadono. Joaquin Allen. Elijah Baker. Madison Brooks. Caleb Brown. Damian Coleman. Kaden Danny, Mondravius Davis, Jalen Drake, Zalia Foreman, Cameron Harris, Kendall Iverson, Damala Jenkins, Bernaya Johnson, Sharita Johnson, Robert Luke, Julius McFadden, Teray Moore, Ambrielle Overton, Darian Powell, Dalton Richardson, Dashawn Ross, Jasmine Ryan, Andre Watkins, Marquis Williams, Samari Williams, Tyrone Wilson, Your Majesty Harris, Raquel Jenkins, Brazil Johnson, Gabriel Kilson, Jaden Singh. All right, next up we have the Snell Room. Lamar Barnes, Joshua Brooks Tucker, certificate for PE. Zoe Bryant, certificate for reading. Christopher Bush, medallion for Scholar Award, medallion for highest class average in ELA, medallion for highest class average in math, medallion for highest class average in science, medallion for highest class average in global studies, medallion for overall highest class average, and certificate for PE. Marion Spud, Vaughn Hampton, Kataya Hampton, Zariana Harrison, Myasia Hall, certificate for Ladies of Distinction. Richard Jackson, certificate for PE. Ryan Jenkins, certificate for finance and investing. Jacoby Jones. Lauren Jones, certificate for PE. Isaiah Lewis, certificate for PE, certificate for band. Derek Lopez Garcia. Joseph Martin. Cameron McCord, certificate for PE. Jeremiah Medina. Christian Miller Bartley. Desiree Oliphant, excuse me. Juan Lucero. Jacayla Reedy. Caleb Sanders, Talea Stevens, Franklin White, certificate for PE. Bryson Young.
Mr. Johnson, Homer, please stand. Jamie Anderson. Kamaya Andrews, certificate for perfect attendance, certificate for health, certificate for music, certificate for reading. Lorania Benjamin, certificate for PE. Rajon Bonner. Patricia Brown, medallion for highest class average in ELA, medallion for highest class average in Georgia Studies, medallion for highest class average, certificate for health, certificate for band. David Calloway, Javon Cash, Terrell Davis, medallion for highest class average in math, certificate for PE, certificate for health. J.D. Gray, Damian Horn, Winter Jacobs, Zane Jett, certificate for finance and investing, certificate for reading. Shamaya Jones, certificate for health. Azaria McErrow, certificate for PE. Connor Mills, certificate for health. Larry Norman, Colin Normanton, certificate for health. Latracus Osborne, certificate for PE. Latari Riggs, Mariah Thurman, medallion for highest class average in science, certificate for PE, certificate for health. Anaya Washington, Odyssey Weaver, Denora Williams, Haley Wu, Mazar Yarber, certificate for reading. Lyndon Benjamin, medallion for highest average in ELA, medallion for highest average in math, medallion for highest average in science, medallion for highest average in Georgia studies, medallion for highest average overall average. Brandon Churchwell, Frederick Cole, certificate for band. Julius Everton, certificate for citizenship, certificate for most improved. Saquon Friday, Jamaris Johnson, Daniel Maynard, Scholar Shin Norman, certificate for most improved. Zara Smith, certificate for PE.
They put the best homeroom class in the middle because the expectation is the expectation. Kaden Bowman, medallion for highest average in ELA, medallion for highest average in Georgia Studies, medallion for highest overall class average. Brianna Vines, Zariel Carmichael, certificate for health, certificate for reading. Kaden Chalker, Kamora Collins, Trinity Garnier, Kaden Green, certificate for PE, certificate for band. Javion Redley, Kanasia Hodge, Kiara Hodges, certificate for reading, highest GMAS ELA score. Dwayne Hood III, King Jones, Anaya Jordan Watson, Amias King, highest ELA Georgia milestone score. Naja Lawrence, Kalista Lewis, Courtney Tremore, certificate for health, certificate for finance and investing. Aubriana Phelps, certificate for PE. Khalil Reese, certificate for PE. Zion Richardson. Judon Rouse, medallion for highest average in science. Certificate for highest Math 8 GMAT score. Certificate for health. Certificate for finance and investing. Jairo Sanasume Gonzalez Medallion for highest average in math. Caden Scott. Dayon Stewart. Giante Strickland. Certificate for reading. Jordy Arbita. Amani Williamson. Jerica Wright. Next, we will have Ms. Newton, 8th grade physical science.
Good evening. I'm going to introduce the best class, really. First coming up, Samuel Arden Villacliff, certificate for PE. Adriana Benefield, Trinaya Bray, Brianna Butler, Felicia Butler, America Cotman, certificate for health. Zanaya Cunningham, Melvin Darris Hernandez, certificate for health. Zakira Dowse, Malik Harmon, certificate for reading. Nevaeh Jenkins, Matthew Jenkins Delvey, Kayla Drone, medallion for highest average in science, certificate for PE. Cadence Keller, Farron Kelly, Kevin LeBoer, Dahlia Marshall, Bryson Parks, medallion for highest average in ELA, medallion for highest average in math, medallion for highest overall class average, certificate for PE. Caleb Taylor, Samaj Pettis, certificate for PE. Layla Pryor, Anna Sawyer, Alicia Skaggs, certificate for PE. Jamari Sims, certificate for music. Mariah Thomas, Marvin Wells, certificate for band. Michaela Williams, certificate for health. Elijah Wimberly, medallion for highest average in work studies, certificate for PE, certificate for reading. Now I am introducing Ms. Stewart, ELA for Team AA.
I'm Ms. Stewart, Team ELA. Naisha Bates, medallion for Scholar Award, certificate for PE. Certificate for Ladies of Distinction, Scarlett Beza Flores. Makesha Bishop, certificate for citizenship, certificate for PE. Raymond Brady, certificate for PE, certificate for health. Keon Brown, certificate for PE. Mia Davila, certificate for PE, certificate for health, certificate for STEM. Marcel Fuentes, Kamani Green, medallion for highest average in algebra, certificate for ladies of distinction. Raviana Grissom, certificate for health. Michelle Gutierrez. Here goes my big one. Amaya Jones, medallion for Principals Award, medallion for Assistant Principals Award, medallion for highest class average in ELA, medallion for highest class average in Georgia Studies, medallion for highest overall class average, certificate for health, and certificate for finance and investing. Anaya Jones, medallion for Scholars Award, certificate for finance and investing, certificate for AVID. Julian Jones, certificate for health, certificate for banking. Marquette Kemple, certificate for health,
Martin, certificate for health, certificate for STEM. Antonio Mayo, certificate for health. Javian Oxis. Zariana Reed, certificate for PE, certificate for health. Valentina Sanchez, certificate for health. Destiny Shaw, certificate for PE, certificate for health. Marianne Simpson. Zariah Sims. Tyrese Smith. Jada Stewart, Medallion for Scholar Award, Medallion for Highest Class Average in Physical Science, Certificate for Citizenship, Certificate for PE, Certificate for Health, Certificate for Band. Brianna Valley, Medallion for Scholar Award, Certificate for Health, Certificate. Now we'll introduce Mr. Sumter.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Moss, I love you, but they say the best homeroom for last. Y'all give up my homeroom. All right, so we have Khalil Blunt, certificate for PE. Raekwon Brady, certificate for health, certificate for music. Jade Bradley, certificate for PE, medallion for Scholars Award. Nigel Burns, certificate for PE. Michaela Kemp, certificate for PE. Chloe Cook, certificate for PE. Certificate for perfect attendance. Medallion for highest math average. Medallion for highest science average. Medallion for highest overall average. Christian Curtis, certificate for PE. Leah Dunn, medallion for highest Georgia Studies average. Khalees Edwards. Taylor Evans. William Francis, certificate for reading, certificate for PE, and medallion for Scholars Award. Noah Gibson, certificate for PE. Alea Harris, certificate for PE. Montrell Hopgood, certificate for PE, certificate for finance and investing. Shania Lino, certificate for PE. Tariq Mays, certificate for PE, certificate for health. Roman Parker, certificate for PE. Kevin Reyes Lopez. Kendall Strobridge, certificate for PE. Juan Suarez Gonzalez. Adai Thomas Watson, certificate for PE, medallion for highest ELA average. Natavia White, Jalea Wilkerson, certificate for PE. Caleb Wilson, certificate for PE. Miracle Wilson, certificate for PE. And Tony Young. Thank you all.
Now we have the Distinguished Scholars Award, Mr. Moss.
Let's go ahead and give our scholars a round of applause for their achievements. Our Our next set of awards is our Distinguished Scholar Awards. The following students have demonstrated perseverance, determination, and academic excellence throughout this school year. The race to the top was incredibly close. I mean, we had to go to the decimal 3 or 4 times over yesterday to make sure that we got it correct. Distinguished Scholar Trophies are awarded to students who have earned the highest content area average across the entire 8th grade. When your name is called, please come forward to be recognized. Amaya Jones, English Language Arts. Kamani Green, highest average algebra, concepts and connections. Chloe Cook, Math 8. Jada Stewart, highest high school physical science. Chloe Cook, Science 8. Amaya Jones, Georgia Studies. Please join me in giving these outstanding scholars a round of applause for their exceptional achievement. Mr. Harris, 8th grade admin, please come forward to present the next award.
Good evening, everyone. This award is for that person, that student, who exemplifies what it means to be a Bulldog. And what do Bulldogs do? We march boldly! This year, the 8th grade teachers created a special award to recognize a student who truly embodies what it means to be a Richmond Hill Middle School Bulldog. The recipient of this award has demonstrated excellent attendance, high academic achievement, proficiency in all sections of the Georgia Milestones Assessment, consistently positive behavior and conduct, a strong commitment to our peevish swag expectations. We are smart, work hard, act right, and we are growing. We are proud to present the inaugural Bulldog Award to William Francis.
Cornisha Moore, please stand. Please come forward.
Good evening. Never stop believing in yourself or others doubt, don't you? Do what you love to do. No one knows better. Life is too short to live up your dreams. Follow your own dreams. Push yourself to reach your goals and live the life you once dreamed. Trust your instincts. Be true to yourself. You know what is right for you. Never give up or give in. Forget the words, I don't know how. You can learn, you can research, you can do. Your mind is powerful when you believe you can. You will find a way, you won't waste a day. Persist and persevere. Do not fear, because in believing in you, you will find dreams to come true. May all dreams turn into goals. Believe in yourself, and remember, all of life is a choice. The decision is up to you. Believe in yourself. Dare to be whatever you want to be.
My apologies. highest average across the grade band. And that student is Amaya Jones. Without further ado, we will have our principal of Richmond Hill Middle School, Ms. Rouse, come and give our farewell remarks.
Let's all give ourselves a round of applause. Good afternoon, parents, families, faculty, and most importantly, our incredible 8th grade students. So 8th grade students, you got that what? Got that swag. That's right. Y'all didn't sound like y'all had it, but I know y'all got it. Today has been a special day. One of recognition, reflection, and celebration. We've had the honor of recognizing the hard work, achievements, and growth of our 8th grade students. Each award given today represents not only academic success, but also dedication, perseverance, and personal growth. To our 8th grade students, you've come a long way. Middle school isn't always easy, but you've met the challenges and you've grown stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what lies ahead. Guess what? High school is your next step. And while it will bring new challenges, it will also offer new opportunities. Walk into it with confidence. Make sure you set goals, lead with kindness, and never forget the foundation you built right here at Richmond Hill Middle School. To our families, thank you for your unwavering support. Your encouragement has helped these students reach this point, and we know you'll continue to walk beside them as they take their next step. To our teachers, give them a round of applause. Thank you for pouring into these young lives with patience, guidance, and high expectation. Your impact will echo beyond the walls of this building. Let's continue to support our students as they transition into high school and beyond. We are proud of each and every one of them, and we look forward to seeing some amazing things that they will accomplish the years to come. Congratulations to the class of 2029. You did it, and the best is yet to come. Thank you, parents, for coming. Thank you to our special guest, D.A. Jared Williams. We want to give him another round of applause. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all people that made this possible. Parents, there are light refreshments in the cafeteria, so please partake. And everyone have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.
Mr. Moss's homeroom